In this video, we're going to go through a complete step-by-step guide on how to get your real estate license in the state of Oklahoma. We're also going to cover some key questions to ask when selecting your first brokerage as a new agent, so you increase your odds of success. And at the end of the video, we're going to go over all the costs associated with getting licensed so you know exactly how much to budget. Let's dive right into the video. My name is Chris with the Empire of Real Estate YouTube channel. On this channel, we talk about real estate, personal finance, and entrepreneurship. Before we get started, I want to offer you our free guide on how to get licensed and start your real estate career. If you want your copy, there's a link in the description down below where you can download it. Oh, and by the way, before we get into the video, smash the like button because it does help the channel grow and we really appreciate it. The very first step to getting licensed is meeting the basic pre-license education requirements. In Oklahoma, you're required to complete a minimum of 90 hours of state-approved pre-license education classes. And yes, I know, 90 hours is a lot of time to sit in a classroom, especially if you have a busy 9-to-5 job or you're just busy in general. Because of this, we suggest you check out Colibri Real Estate School. They offer these classes online and you can do them at the convenience of your own schedule and at your own pace. So if you want to check them out, the students really love them. There's an affiliate link down in the description below where you'll find different sales and discounts. Once you complete your 90 hours of state-approved pre-license education classes, it's time to schedule your real estate exam. But put the brakes on because I wouldn't schedule it right away. A good percentage of people that take this exam actually fail. And to avoid failure, I want to give you a couple basic tips. The first one is spend an hour a day for the first week or two after you complete your classes to just study. Time block an hour or two a day to study, read the material, go through your textbooks, and just gain as much knowledge as you can because this test is not an open book test. You're going to have to retain as much information as possible to give yourself the highest chance of passing. The next tip is to find a real estate study buddy. So finding somebody that will take this with you and go through this process with you can be a total game changer. Finding somebody that you can study with every night or you can quiz each other with real estate flashcards can make the process a lot more fun, a lot more interactive, and because of this, you're probably going to retain a lot more of the information and give yourself a higher chance of passing. The last tip, if all this stuff doesn't work and you just find the textbooks too boring and you can't find a real estate study buddy, I would highly suggest you check out Prep Agent. I use Prep Agent to pass my exam, and what it is basically a tool that will prep you on the exam. It puts you through test-like simulations. It's a lot more fun to use, and I really loved it. It gave me the confidence I needed to pass my exam. So if you want to check that out, there's an affiliate link down in the description below for that as well, and I highly recommend it. Once you put some time into studying, it's time to schedule your real estate exam, and these exams are taken with a third-party testing center called PSI Exams. So you can go on their website or give them a call. Give them at least 24 hours notice in advance that you want to come in and take your test. And when you show up on test day, you're going to want to bring a couple things. The first thing is a basic non-scientific calculator for the math portion of the exam and 2 forms of identification to get in on test day. Once you're sat down for the exam, you're going to notice that all the questions are multiple choice, which makes this a much easier process and you don't have to rush through it because most people finish the exam early, and I would highly suggest you read each question multiple times before you submit your answer because this will give you a higher chance of passing. And the questions can be a little tricky sometimes. They really set them up in a way that makes sure that you know what you're talking about. So make sure you read the questions a couple times and you'll still probably finish the exam early. Once complete, you're probably going to be anxious and you're probably going to want to know if you passed or failed. So when you walk out of the testing center, they're going to let you know if you passed or failed. If you did fail, it's not a big deal. A lot of people fail the exam and it's okay. There are so many agents that are top agents, multi-million-dollar producers that failed the exam the first time around. So don't think that you're going to be bad at real estate just because you didn't pass the exam. All it means is you need to study a little bit harder and come back and retake it. You do need to spend a little bit more money because you're going to have to reschedule and pay the exam test fee, but it's not the end of the world. Now, if you did pass the exam, it's time to celebrate because this is a big milestone. You put all the hours in, you spent 90 hours going through real estate classes, you studied hard, and you passed a test that quite honestly doesn't have a huge success rate. So pat yourself on the back and celebrate a little bit. After that, it's time to complete your background check. So in Oklahoma, you're actually required to complete a background check to make sure you have nothing on your record that would prevent you from getting your real estate license. The next step is spending some time to find the perfect brokerage. Now, this is one of the more simple parts of the process because most brokerages will take a new agent on, as this business is 100% commission in most cases. So their risk to take you on as a new agent is pretty low. So the most important thing is to ask the right questions so you have the highest chance of being successful in this industry, because picking a good brokerage and a good mentor can make the difference between success and failure. And if you didn't already know, 87% of people in this industry fail out of the business as new agents. So to avoid becoming one of those statistics, it's important to take your time and really do your research and pick the right brokerage that's the best fit for you. So if I was doing this all over again, I would ask these 3 basic questions. The first one is, do you offer mentorship? For your first 3 to 5 deals, I highly suggest you have a mentor that's going to walk you through this, be there if you need them, and kind of be that support system that new agents need. Because this business can become stressful. There's a lot of problems in deals. And if you just haven't dealt with that before, you might feel lost, you might get stressed, and it might make you want to quit before you even get started. So having somebody you can call that's been there, that's successful, and that's been doing this a while will make all the difference and make this business a lot more enjoyable right from the start. The next big question to ask is if they have a training program or a training system in place that's going to walk you from day one all the way to having a successful real estate career in a real estate business. So the biggest thing that I hear from new agents is they just don't know what to do. They get licensed, they walk into their brokerage on day one, and they just sit there because they don't know what to do. They don't know what's right, what's wrong, what actions they need to take to build their business, what things they can be doing to be building their business. So having a training system, even if they're video modules that will walk you through this process, will be a total game changer. And don't confuse that with a mentor, because a mentor is different. A mentor is there when you need them and to answer specific questions. And then this training system is there to walk you through everything so you could log in every day and start taking those daily actions that you need to take to build a successful business. Last but not least, you want to ask how you're going to generate business. The hardest part of this industry is generating business. So asking this question up front is very important. Some brokers will tell you that they just tell you to market to your friends and family. This is called SOI marketing, which is sphere of influence marketing. And it's true, it could work. And a lot of people that I know and a lot of agents that I know have built 6-figure businesses using this method alone. But if you don't have a huge network, you might want to go to a brokerage that offers leads or at least teaches you how to market and prospect and really learn the game of sales. So depending on how you want to build your business will really depend on the brokerage and the mentor that you align with. But having this conversation up front will make all the difference so you can get on the right page and start building your business the way you want to build your business. And by the way, I am looking to partner with agents in Oklahoma, so if you're interested in partnering with me at Team Power Unit, definitely click the link down below. I could jump on a 30-minute Zoom call and see if it's a good fit. And if not, at least maybe I can point you in the right direction and help you find a brokerage that is a good fit. Once you've done your research and decided which brokerage you want to go with, it's time to submit your license application. So you're going to want to package up your past real estate exam, your completed real estate pre-license education certificate, and your past background check. You're going to send that out in the mail, wait to hear back. Once it's approved, you're going to be a fully licensed agent. You take your license, you hang it with your broker, and you're ready to start building your business. Super exciting times. But before we wrap this video up, I do want to go over the cost so you know exactly how much to budget to get started with this. The first thing I would budget for is your real estate pre-license education, and I would budget between $300 and $600 to get this done. Next, we have your background check and your fingerprinting. I would budget between $50 and $100 to get this done. Then you have your real estate exam fee, which is around $120 to get done. And then you have your Oklahoma real estate license application fee, which is about $75 to get done. I would also budget between $200 and $500 for any fees associated with getting started with your first brokerage and E&O insurance. So all in all, as you can see, it's not that expensive to get licensed, and it can open a ton of doors. This can be a great first business, and it's opened a lot of doors for me. So the hardest part about getting started is completing the pre-license education classes and passing your exam. If you're going to get licensed this year, drop it in the comment section below. I'd love to hear from you. And if you have questions about getting licensed, drop that in the comment section below as well, and I'll do my best to get back to you and help you out. Thanks for tuning in, and I hope you have an awesome night.